After taking a screwdriver and taking out these two screws right here, the cap will pop off because it's spring-loaded, and all you need to do is take it and pull it outwards. And it has a spring and a small plastic stay on the bottom. This plastic part is used, if you look very closely, okay, you put the end of your throttle cable through that large part, okay, after you put your throttle cable through here, all the way down to here, and you clip the little lead ball or lead end into the edge of the cap right there, that white cap. And then of course we have our slide, which has the needle jet in it, and that'll just come right out just like this. And you can look down the carburetor and take a look and see, what's in there. Not much. After we take the slide out, what is in the carburetor, or what the next adjustment is this is another idle adjustment, which is a mechanical adjustment. It's not done like the air screw, which regulates the amount of air and fuel that just for the bike to idle, just when you start it. That's all this is used for. What this mechanical screw right here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little tiny, right in the bottom of the slide galley is a little tiny hole right there, and that is where this goes. And what this does here is you can mechanically change your idle by, if you screw this in just a little bit, what it will do is lift the D-slide, and you can see it looks like a D right there. You can see the round part. And it lifts this just a tiny bit, which will give you more air and gas underneath it, okay? And that will raise your idle. That's one way of doing it. Now, if we take apart the slide, it's two parts. You have your needle valve or needle jet, and it just drops in like this, and you can take it out. The needle jet is just like our other parts over here. There is on here, and my eyes are bad, but there is a number on here, and you can actually go to Cahan and get different tapers. The way these are tapered, as I understand it, and I never got a special one or anything like that, but this is your stock one, is it's tapered in 3 or 4 sections. It will be wider or narrower as you lift the throttle, and what that does basically, when your jet is closed, and what the needle valve does when it's in the carburetor right here, if you look very closely, okay, that's fully closed. What this position is right here in the carburetor is your main jet is fully closed, and you're operating off your pilot jet, which is just for idle. Not for idle, I'm sorry. The first probably 10% of your throttle. So if we look at it this way, let's see if we can do that. As you open your throttle, the jet comes up, and actually it's reversed. hands are shot. But the jet comes up and slowly opens the jet up here, okay? And think of it like a stopper. The more this needle jet, excuse me, it's got a little bit of oil on it, or gas or something. The more it's open, the more fuel is shot up through the jet. And when it's fully open, the jet squirts its full amount out. When you go to shut the throttle at a stoplight or whatever, this goes right back down in here and shuts it. As it shuts it, your idle circuit will take over. Now the trick is to get this carburetor to deliver 15 parts of air per 1 part fuel into your engine on all phases of acceleration. That is, in a nutshell, how it works. Okay, I got to work on the next phase of this. I hope this is a little bit better understanding of the carb. I'm going to make 2 or 3 more, well, a few more videos. But you can see the hole right here that goes down into the gallery for the float bowl. These are very simple metering systems. There's nothing fancy about them. A lot of the problems that you will encounter with your bike not idling, it's not usually the carburetor, unless it's in really bad shape. What it usually is you have a leak somewhere, an air leak, and what it's doing is air is leaking in. As the air comes in, it leans out your 15:1 fuel ratio, and your motor will eventually just die because it's starved of gas. It's lean. We have a lean and we have a rich situation. Lean means you don't have enough fuel and your engine stops or doesn't work right. Being too rich means you have too much of a ratio and your engine will not work correctly either. It bogs. Okay. Thank you.